Hi, friends. I'm Realtor Megan Van Baylor. Let's talk about compensation in a real estate transaction. It used to be that more often than not, the compensation for a buyer's agent was paid by the seller. Now, regulations have changed, and the responsibility to pay for compensation for buyer's representation, the agent who represents and protects the buyer, is the buyer. We often still negotiate with the seller to get them to contribute to that compensation, and in many cases, they do. You'll have to sign an agreement before any buyer's agent in the US can work with you. That agreement will always say that the buyer is ultimately responsible to pay the buyer's agent commission, not the seller. That said, the seller can still pay the commission. It just has to be negotiated off the MLS. It's something that can be negotiated on your behalf. In many cases here, sellers are still willing to pay for it, but some won't. You can choose to write an offer on a home where the seller pays the fee for your buyer's agent, or you can choose not to write an offer on a home if the seller's not willing to pay for it. Or you may want to offer to pay for it for your offer to be more attractive in a competitive situation so that the seller nets more money at the end. In any case, compensation can seem like a big chunk. So, is it really worth it? If you choose the right agent to represent you, it definitely is. Sellers' agents are just that. They're there to represent the seller. You want someone who's working on your behalf. Most experts agree that buyers who go it alone often end up paying more for a house because they don't have the negotiation skills or market knowledge that an agent does. They might also miss out on finding the best home for themselves because they don't have access to all the listings and information that an agent has. Not only that, but buyers who don't have a real estate expert in their court can end up with legal headaches and unexpected costs. When buyers decide to represent themselves in a real estate transaction without the expertise of a buyer's agent, they might think they're saving money. But when you consider the overall financial investment and the potential liability involved, it really is a false savings. Having representation makes a huge difference. For example, according to the National Association of Realtors, homes sold directly by owners, known as for sale by owner or FSBOs, tend to sell for an average of $95,000 less than sellers who use an agent. So, if having professional representation can make that much of a difference to a seller, think about how much it could benefit you, even if you're the one paying for your agent's commission. And you know what? Your agent doesn't get paid at all until they've succeeded in getting you into the home you want. Here's what a great agent will do for you. First, they'll guide you towards the right home. This means that they start by connecting you to a reputable mortgage loan officer so you really understand what you can afford. They don't want to waste your time looking at homes that you truly cannot qualify for. A great broker will also help you get a clear understanding of what you need, your priorities, and also what you'd love to have in a home, the must haves versus the nice to haves. Next, before dragging you around on tours, they'll research different neighborhoods and homes to find you great matches. They'll guide you to detailed information on things like schools, traffic patterns, and local amenities. Before you ever get in your car, you'll know exactly what you're looking at and that it fits what you're looking for. Then, once you find a home you like, they'll research the current market and market trends even further. They'll talk to the seller's agent about seller's priorities and hot buttons. And at this point, they'll also ask the seller's agent if the seller's willing to pay the fee of your buyer's agent. All of this is to help you write an offer that will be attractive to the seller at a price you can afford with terms you want, or to help you decide whether to make an offer at all. Your agent will present your offer and begin the negotiation process. A great agent will be a terrific collaborative negotiator with the experience and expertise to know how to compromise and create a deal that both you and the seller are happy with. Your buyer's agent will be able to negotiate things like rent backs, potential maintenance issues found on inspections, and closing costs, including their compensation. Your agent will negotiate the right price and terms and make sure you're not paying more for the home than you should. The seller's agent wants to protect the seller and get them the most money and best terms. As a buyer's agent, their job is to do the same for you. Their goal is to negotiate all of this and make sure you're the best possible price and terms. Once your offer is accepted, your agent then manages all of the people and processes to unearth any issues and finalize the deal. They'll help you get and order inspections, plus any special inspections needed, like pools or septics. They'll point out any issues. They'll coordinate appraisals and discuss the results with you. They'll order and review the title report and point out any red flags. They'll keep on top of lenders and help you know whatever documentation is necessary. They'll review the seller's disclosures and point out any potential problems, and then negotiate a resolution to those issues. They'll connect you with home insurance companies and home warranty providers and help you choose the best options for your situation. Your agent will manage all of these people and processes to keep your closing on track, and they'll communicate regularly so you know exactly what's happening. Their job is also to make sure that you are protected from legal liability. Yes, your agent will spend numerous hours, much of it behind the scenes, working on your behalf. And it's only when they succeed and you have the keys to your dream home that they get paid. Good agents will work very hard to get deals done for their clients. Thanks for tuning into this video.